Dropping ice cream in my fiance's car showed me just how messed up my childhood was. A few months back, I spilled ice cream in my fiance's car. I started to profusely apologize, to which my fiance brushed it off and laughed, saying it was cool, he needed to clean the car anyway. He wasn't even looking at me. That's how chill he was about it. I then completely regressed to a long time ago when I was a kid, and the abusive punishment never ever fit the crime. I started having a panic attack in the car, and I started trembling and crying. My eyeliner ran. What a mess. My fiance looked at me horrified and grabbed my hands and face and demanded what was wrong. He was painfully concerned. He thought I was in pain or something unrelated to the ice cream. I kid you not. I lost my words. It was like I was 6. I managed to choke out the words, I'm sorry for spilling ice cream on the handbrake. And I started hyperventilating bad. My fiance saw my eyes in that moment, and he knew that I went through some messed up stuff. He told me, WTF, I don't care about this stupid ice cream. Screw that. You can spill it 100 times. I wouldn't care. I care about you. I still didn't stop crying. He looked at me and dumped his ice cream cone on the dashboard head first and looked at me. I was shocked. I stopped. He took my face, held it firmly, and said to me, you don't have to be sorry anymore for the things that are a part of life's little happenings. I felt that. I'll tell you that this journey of healing is a conscious choice every single day. Healing is not a destination, but a conscious choice. And you have to choose to break the cycle every day. And if you can't, have someone who will see you being triggered and help you see a better way. Love and healing to you all. Sorry that your childhood was so messed up that you literally had a panic attack over ice cream. And I'm glad that you met someone that's nice enough to sacrifice his own car to prove to you that he really doesn't care and he just wants you to be okay. What's going on, Modder Chodes? It's your boy Long Neil, back again with another new video. And in today's video, we're going over the hot post from r/RaisedByNarcissists. Let's get into it. Golden Child also didn't invite our parents to his wedding. My stepbrother, who I haven't had a relationship with since I was 10 years old, was the golden child. My grandma, who took me in at 10, always noticed a huge difference to how my stepdad treated me versus stepbro's kids. And mom went along with it, eventually participated in the abuse on me. I planned to have my mom come to my wedding, but her husband wasn't invited. She threw a fit after I let her know her husband was not welcome. I tried to tell her in the most considerate, polite way I could, very maturely, and she resorted back to her abusive self without a beat. Since then, it's been very low contact. I found out from my grandma that my stepbrother didn't invite them to his wedding either. Apparently, my mom's husband was very butthurt over it all. I'm still cackling. You know you screwed up as parents when none of your kids want you there on their happiest day. Yeah, that's a sure sign that you suck as a parent if you're not invited to your kid's wedding, because that's like, that's an important moment. If they don't want you there, man, you must have really screwed up bad. My mother kicked me out at 18. I turned 30 today. She was abusive and neglectful and just not nice. I used to make a lot of excuses for her because I was desperate to still love her. I begged to be in her life for years. She recently started emailing me every year on my birthday and signing it, Mama. Last year, I didn't respond. When it hit 10:30 at night, I stopped even worrying that she'd email me this year. But then she did. I'm proud and scared and triggered, but I told her to screw off. This is what I said. Listen, for a long time, I thought part of growing and recovering involved trying to forgive you and develop a civil relationship with you. For the past year, since the last time you've emailed me, I've put a lot of thought and consideration into the idea. You do not get to be a part of my life now that it's successful and stable. I did that in spite of you, and I don't have space in any capacity for anyone who denies the trauma that was my childhood. The lengths that I've gone to love and accept myself and heal from the way you treated, talked to me, and neglected me when I was my most vulnerable are extensive. I cannot see any future in which you could be in my life in any way that is not harmful to me. I love myself too much to allow that, and your yearly emails are triggering, particularly when you sign them Mama. We don't even know each other, lady. Please don't contact me again. Thanks. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a small part of me that hopes she'll reply, apologizing for my childhood, but I know she won't. I'm hoping that next year and the year after that, I don't have a jolting heart attack from an email. I just wanted to share with people who would understand. I'm feeling strong and brave and afraid. Good for you, dude. I'm glad you finally stuck up to your mom and let her know that just because you birthed me doesn't mean you're my mom, and it doesn't mean you're entitled to me or anything I own and my feelings. So good for you for standing up, and hopefully she gets the message and leaves you alone or writes a sincere apology and somehow tries to get back into your life. But I highly doubt that'll happen. So good on you. Internship that made me realize how messed up my childhood was. Straight after uni, I got an internship with the soccer youth team. Teenage boys, which made me teary-eyed half the time, but also made me realize some things. 1. There are parents that do not just come and yap away in their nearly adult child's ear with unsolicited advice, trying to seem cool, and embarrassing themselves and their child in the process in front of their friends, and making their friends go, WTF is this crazy lady doing here on their game day or competition day. 2. Getting driving license as soon as you're legally eligible to is absolutely normal. Most of the boys on my team either learned to drive or already had full license and a car. 3. Parents not batting an eyelid when their child wants to finish conversation off with their friends, got stuck in traffic on the way back from the game, puts themselves first over their parents do exist. 4. Normal parents do put their child first no matter the circumstance. Need money? Here you go. Need a lift? On my way. Need help getting a job? Let's fill an application together. Want to be left alone with your friends without judgment? Okay, I'll stand on the sidelines. 5. It's okay to be stuck in a limbo of, I have a body of an adult, but mind of half child and half an adult when you're a teenager. 6. You're not meant to be a childish, self-conscious, dead inside wreck whose first answer to any wanna solicitize kind of question from people your age is, I'll ask my mother when you're 16. 7. My parents really are crazy people who ruin major chunks of my life. I'm 23. Woo! All of these things are just regular things that good parents do. So if you feel like, oh, my parents don't do this, that's a problem. And maybe you should call them out on it or show them this list and let them know, hey, you realize this stuff is just normal for every parent to do, and hopefully they'll come around. I'm ashamed to admit that when my BF told me about his end parents, I didn't entirely believe him. Now we're stuck living with them, and I'm being proved wrong in the worst way. Unfortunately, my BF is the scapegoat, and his parents are both somewhere each on the NPD spectrum. They're early boomers, so if I had to guess, they most likely developed these traits as a mechanism to combat childhood abuse and neglect. My BF and I got stuck in the situation of having to move back in with his end parents due to housing problems, and now a certain worldwide pandemic is making it impossible to leave. My own parents definitely did certainly horrible things to me when I was younger, but this is a whole new world of psychological abuse and anxiety that I never had to deal with growing up. Every small mistake is blown out of proportion and magnified as much as possible. Anything done well or correctly goes unnoticed and unappreciated. All honest questions get met with snarky responses, and accusations of lying about the most ordinary, mundane things are constantly flung around, as would be customary of a group of 16-year-olds in high school. My BF gave me ample warning about them, but I couldn't imagine how someone as wonderful as he is could have parents as awful as they are. I'm ashamed of myself for dismissing his prior warnings, if only out of naivety and ignorance. We're currently doing the best we can, and we'll soon make an exit strategy when lockdowns soften up. I don't know. There's no need to give advice or anything, and I'm sure many people are dealing with far worse. As someone who is completely new to this, I'm sorry for not understanding, and I'm trying my best going forward. Well, I guess don't doubt your boyfriend, because that's what got you where you are now, and I'm sure you're regretting it. And as far as your boyfriend, I'm sure he turned out fine because he tried to be the exact opposite of his parents, which Works out when your parents are complete a-holes. Alright, Matter Chodes, that's it for the hot post from r/RaisedByNarcissists. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, and share this video with your friends. Till next time, peace.